Welcome back, Digits fam, to another video here on the channel. Today we are reviewing Scaleswap. You guys let me know in the comments how you pronounce this one. But I'm just gonna go with Scaleswap for just now. So a pretty interesting project here, primarily focused at wrapped NFT. Very interesting overall. Let's jump into it. Alright everybody, I hope you are having a great day. Today we are looking at the launchpad called Scaleswap, and this launchpad does a lot of INOs, and then particularly for wrapped NFTs. We are also seeing IDOs and IGOs, so they're doing a variety of stuff. Overall, they're not just a launchpad, they are also an accelerator and an incubator. So they're doing a lot of stuff. And today we're going to be zooming in on the launchpad in particular. See if this might be something for you, if it's interesting. We're going to deep dive into the team. We're going to deep dive into their socials. I'll try to dig up as much as possible on this launchpad to give you a good comprehensive idea whether this might be something you would be interested in to invest in or not at all. I'm going to give mostly just my own opinions, but some of these things will also be factual. You'll see it all in this video. Just keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor, so this will not be financial advice. Drop a like. Let's get started. The world's first wrapped NFT pre-IDO launchpad. So like I said before, wrapped NFTs, pretty new concept, very interesting to see a launchpad based around that concept. Scaleswap is the first market player to implement the technology of NFT wrapping in the new special product multi-chain WNFT pre-IDO launchpad. We refer it as wrapped NFT because the original NFT is put in a wrapper, a kind of digital vault that allows adding additional assets as any ERC20 token to the NFT. In addition, it is possible to set locking periods for the collateral ERC20 tokens inside the wrapped NFT. So this is not something that is common whatsoever. Obviously, there's a lot of launchpads who are particularly focused at INOs, but launchpads with wrapped NFTs, you don't cross many of those. I'm not saying they're the first, but they are definitely a front runner in this, and it's very interesting to see, especially if you have worked with wrapped NFTs in the past. Of course, it can be very difficult, so if you are new to the NFT market, I'm going to go right off the bat say that this might not be the best launchpad to start off with, because why start with step number 2 if you don't really know step number 1 just yet? But regardless, for anyone who has experience investing in NFTs and wrapped NFT, then this could be a very promising project. Let's look a little bit further. We're actually not on the home page. We're in the services page, so I decided to start with that as I felt like that was just a bit more important. A wrapped NFT is a non-fungible token in a ERC 721 format, back to the value of another asset or multiple assets. Instead of a simple NFT, you could have your own allocation of tokens from your favorite project locked inside a fancy NFT collection. So a NFT becomes a real instinctive value, extending the value of the JPEG image. Now, here are some of the benefits that they state on their side for launching the projects on Scaleswap. Early funding assets. It is crucial to have a supportive community from projects. I'm not going to actually read all of this. This is just them stating that they have early funding and that communities are very important. What is important to point out here is that there is no need to wait until the IDO or public sale to offer community members to support the project financially. Cliffs functionality. It is crucial to have supportive community from the project's early days. I feel like they kind of just... Yes, they actually just completely copy pasted for the most part this text. Kind of lazy if you ask me. Over here, they start exactly the same way. So I feel like that is cheap. Why would you copy paste the text? I understand that they may have some differences in here. It's literally just exactly the same. So that's really, really bad and a big red flag. This is just not done well. Over here is the only text that is custom. So yeah, that's very negative in my opinion. So if you guys haven't watched my reviews just yet, I look very critical at the website, but that's for a reason. So if there's a lot of weird mistakes in a website, that is a big red flag because it usually indicates that it could be a rug pull, right? Someone just quickly makes a website, lots of mistakes, doesn't matter, wants to cash in and then runs away. So I'm not saying it's a rug pull because they have a bug in the website, but I'm saying if we are finding too many bugs, that usually is one of the indicators that something might be off. So I'm just going to note it down as one mistake, and we're going to move forward. And if we see many more, then I might flag it as a negative. That's the end of this page. Let's move over to the homepage and see what they say over there. We see the world's first truly fair IDO launchpad. Now, would I put this on my homepage? No, because we know that there's other launchpads that are fair as well, right? You're not the only fair launchpad. On the homepage, you really want to come with one thing, one point, one specific point that sets you apart from all the others in the crowd. Now, saying that you're the only truly fair IDO, it doesn't really add up, right? We know that there's other truly fair IDOs and launchpads as well. So I wouldn't put this on my homepage, and it doesn't really set you apart either. Also, highly vetted. I mean, it's good, right? Especially if you actually highly vet your IDOs, then it's good to put it somewhere, but not as the main line, right? How about you just say the first or one of the first front runners in wrapped NFT integrated in a launchpad? For instance, I'm just saying something off the top of my head. That is already much more unique than being a fair launchpad, right? So would have loved to see that. For the rest, I do like the design. I would have put the text a bit smaller. It's too big, right? It's harder to read. But regardless, the designs look good. I'm not going to go ahead and say that that is something bad. We see here the upcoming IDOs. We are seeing, let's see if I recognize any of them. GT Protocol, I do recognize that one. The rest doesn't really ring a bell, but we're going to look into the projects later on. If you guys watch my reviews more often, you know that we will do that in steps. We first go over the website and then we go over to the projects. But yeah, okay, cool. Here we see the past IDOs. We'll go more deep into that later as well. But again, the past IDOs are very, very important, and they listed 4 of them, but they give you an option to look at more. So we're going to go more in depth in a little bit. I can tell you right now that a lot of projects that Scaleswap has done have raised quite a significant amount of money, which is of course a very big positive. It is the main, source of. It's what a launchpad is supposed to do, you guys, right? So them raising a lot of money was very good to see. We're going to look into it a little bit more in a little bit, see if the projects were actually successful, because they can raise a lot of money, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were successful. Moving over on the website, we see here the NFT Pass. Scaleswap provides early access to investment opportunities previously reserved for only selected few. Get your hands on the most exclusive tokens before anyone else and help to build the future of blockchain-based ventures in the process. It's pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen an initiative quite like this before. No. Wow, this looks really cool. So you can get a Scala Pass that will give you access to exclusive mints and other things like that. You can connect your wallet and get going. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I haven't seen that before. Not often, at least. Then always good to see they actually have a blog, so you can go ahead and read up on certain things. I always find this a massive plus, especially when they have some slick designs to go with it, which they do. So this is all a very good positive, and you can read up on your favorite stories on Scaleswap and stay up to date. Very, very good that they've done that. Launch your IDO crowd sale on Scaleswap. Guys, Scaleswap is really... I don't know, man. I think both are fine. I'm going to go with Scaleswap. We provide innovative teams with the ability to raise funds and awareness through a more sustainable growth path, supported by our long-term skills core principles and loyal community. Additional services, let's see, what else do they do? They're dedicated to making your IDO a huge success, no matter what. They help you in the pre-IDO process. Our experienced team is uniquely equipped to assist in your optimization. Right, so apart from just being a launchpad, like I said before, they're also an accelerator and a incubator, meaning that they have a team that knows how to take care of a project, and you can work together with them to get your project kicked off, apart from just working with them to get your project on a launchpad. So that's cool. I like it when launchpads do more than just a launchpad. It does show that they have a bit of an experienced team. Everyone can make a launchpad. It's not the most difficult thing in the world. Being an accelerator and a incubator is already a step higher. It's more difficult, right? You need more expertise. So to know that they have those people on the team, it's a positive. It's good to see. We don't know yet if these programs are an actual success. All we know, they're garbage at it. We don't know. We haven't digged into it. We're gonna. But at least at first sight, that's a good positive for sure. Right, so here's the project incubator. Already talked about that. Not gonna go into it. So there's the end of the website. Oh no, we still have some testimonials. Testimonials from Polygon, Envelope, Tourim, Circus, and Or Network. So those are some big names. The Polygon family has been rapidly growing, and Scaleswap IDO's platform is just what we need to take our ecosystem to the next level. The Scaleswap team is composed of industry veterans and we are excited to partner with them and bring their solution to the Ethereum L2 space. Wow, so they have some very positive testimonials from some very big names. I mean, Polygon, wow, that is good to see. That is a huge positive, of course. So very, very good that they added this in there. If you want to read all of the testimonials, you can go over to their website. It's on there. You can read it yourself as well. I'm not going to go over everything. It would be a bit too boring, but obviously we can tell that these are positive testimonials. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the website, right? So positive testimonials from here. They have an ambassador program. You can join that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be an ambassador for them. Then we see the media partners. We have a bunch of them. We see the Blockdown, NFT South, Blockchain Fest in Singapore, Blockchain Futurist Conference, and the Blockchain event. Only 5 partners, so could have been more. But yeah, it's something. And then that is the end of this website. Okay, cool. A good first impression, if you ask me. Some weird things in the website that I came across, but for the rest, very bullish about the testimonials. Just look at the website. There's some bugs, and this could definitely be a bit smaller. Just make it fit into the home screen so that it's easy to read. And for the rest, the only positive things to say, really. Let's move forward and take a quick look at their, I think, about. Yeah, let's go here first before we do anything else. Let's take a look at their about page. Hopefully they put their team in there as well. Scaleswap is a decentralized multi-chain fundraising platform. Yes, we know that. Look, this is what I was looking for. Here we have some points, bullet points. Our multi-chain technology allows us to bring you the highest quality offerings regardless of blockchain. So multi-chain, very important. Again, you guys, if you watch my reviews more often, if you tune in every time, I say it every time, I will continue to do so. Multi-chain is the future. Every launchpad that doesn't have a multi-chain, I'll give it a big L. It's stupid to make sure you have multi-chain. It doesn't make sense, right? So good, multi-chain. Thank you. Truly fair, guaranteed pool participation based on our 6-dimensional loyalty scoring system. Gonna have to look into what this exactly means, but a 6-dimensional loyalty scoring system. We'll have to look into that a little bit more. But they really do double down on their truly fair part of things. That seems to be like their biggest USP. I mean, it's on their homepage, it's on everywhere. So I would love to dig into this system a little bit more and see if it's actually that fair, because again, more than anything else, this seems to be their main USP. Always quality over quantity. Yes, I've heard that from all launchpads, basically. But okay. Next level blockchain, cybersecurity features. Like what? I don't see any listed. So this is very easy to put down. Would have been nice to actually see what kind of cybersecurity features we're actually talking about here, to give the reader a little bit of an idea, a little bit of a insight to what security is. Unique and proprietary autopilot participation. Big words for big people. So this is coming soon. Autopilot participation feature. That is also pretty unique. I don't think I've seen that often with launchpads before. So auto participation system. Interesting. Anyways, it's coming soon, so I don't think I get to review it just now. And they say we love startups and we support each project in every individual way. Okay. Well, pretty straightforward again for a incubator. I think this one, and this one are kind of just basic. They don't really add much. I understand why they put them on the side though. They don't really add much. Multi-chain, fair guaranteed pool participation, and the autopilot participation. Those are a bit more interesting. So yeah, our mission is driven by passion, a love for community, and a desire to create positive change. All right, so that's good. Again, this is what they put on the text. I don't know if this is actually true, but again, if this is true, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's talk deep. That's important. I feel like there's so many teams that do it for the money. They're in it just for the money, for their career sake, and that there has to be at least a little aspect of belief in what you're doing, that's the future, that it's good, that you enjoy what you're doing, that's your passion, positive change, stuff like that. I hope they don't just put it on the website just because. I hope that's actually the case. Yeah, so they really seem to feel mistreated thus far in their Launchpad career. They talk a lot about how the investors aren't treated equally and how the opportunities aren't equal for everybody, and that seems to be their main focus here. So I mean, yeah, honorable. I can definitely respect that. Oh, and then here we have the SCA utility token. That's the token of Scaleswap. Scaleswap's economy is 100% token centric. Fees will need to be paid in our native SCA token, of which the full amount will be immediately burned. Interesting. They will be burned. That's good to note. The SCA token utility builds the central element of our ecosystem. It is the primary factor to obtain a high Scala score. If you guys don't know, Scala score is actually what will determine how you get to participate, if you get to participate in any of the IDOs. And apparently that is directly influenced by the amount of SCA tokens that you have. Where the futures are unlocked at a certain token threshold, we are fully committed to utilizing our tokens to incentivize vital growth within our community. Also pretty straightforward. They make it look different with the Scala score and make it look like it's a bit different. It is a bit different, but for the most part, it's like how you're used to do it. You have your Scala token, you stake the token, and you participate in the tiers. So it's not actually that different, but they put it a little bit different. And here, I guess we have a little bit more bullet points. We see the IDO pool fees are paid in SCA. Oh, okay, interesting. Right, so cool. All right, so the IDO pool fees are paid in SCA. SCA tokens from pool fees are burned 100%. Central element to achieve a high Scala score. Yes, this is interesting. Which enabled guaranteed pool participation. Okay. I would have loved to see a little bit more information on how to actually get that high Scala score. I assume it's just staking your Scala tokens, but they don't seem to be going very in depth on it. So let's see if we can dig up a little bit more on that. Yeah, and the rest is just pretty straightforward overall. This is interesting though. You will be eligible for drops if you have your Scala score up and going and you get your coin staked. All right, moving over to the team. Now, in my last review, I spent, I think, 3 minutes just flaming their pictures in the other Launchpad I did. But now we are seeing some good quality pictures. We're seeing Rolf with the drip looking very good. No, but in all seriousness, a good picture is so important, you guys. Like it represents your first impression on everyone looking at the site. I mean, you're the co-founder, you're the CEO. If you have some stupid artwork or a non-doxed NFT or bad quality photo, then it's just stupid. So I'm happy that we just have some normal, good pictures with a docs team, with a LinkedIn, and it just makes it so much better. It just makes it all so much more trustworthy. If we click on the LinkedIn, we actually have his page where you can see that he's fully doxed and he is the CEO of Scaleswap. He has 30,000 followers actually on LinkedIn. And wow, he's been working with Scaleswap for 1 year and 9 months, and it started in 2020. Very interesting. Before that, he worked as an advisor and angel investor, a strategic advisor. So he's worked as an advisor quite a lot. A strategic advisor. He's been also founder and managing partner in 2018. Here, 2016, already strategic blockchain advisor. Let's see how far his... Yeah, so here I think already, this is 2003, so obviously this is not blockchain related yet. But yeah, when they said a veteran team, thus far I can see why they say that. This guy has probably about a decade of experience with blockchain, has been an advisor for God knows how long, and has been in the managing ecosystem for decades. So this is a not just fully doxed dude. He's like, he knows what he's doing. I suppose the same can be said about Stanislav Stolberg. That's funny. Stolberg, isn't that the same name as the NATO guy? Are they related? No, just kidding. So yeah, here we have him as well. And kind of the same thing here. Also a lot of followers and a experience that goes back quite a bit. Consultancy, advisory, CEO, and yeah, just stuff like that. So the team is fully doxed with good experience. So I'm just super bullish about the team. I have nothing more to say about that. Only positive stuff. Pretty big team as well. Then here we have the advisors, quite a lot. Ben Clark, Lars Schulze, Lester Lim, Matthijs van Driel, Garland Won, and Simon Schwerin. Some of these names I may have completely butchered, but those are the advisors on the team. Then we have the backers and partners. We see Moonwhale, Spark, Follow the Seed. It's a very bad name. It's a very bad name, you guys. Don't name your company Follow the Seed. Then we have Pluto Digital Assets and a bunch more. Crypto Dorm Fund. I'm actually interested. Is this someone who brings like crypto to people in dorms? Is that what this is? No, it's not. Okay, we could have been cool. I don't know, maybe. All right, so those are the partners, quite a lot. Let's see, get access to our press kits. What's that? What is that? Oh, damn, what the hell? This looks awesome. What is all this? Welcome to the Scaleswap Multimedia Library. Oh, high-resolution pictures and broadcast quality videos of our group operations worldwide for educational use. This is awesome. Here you have everything, like a lot of tutorials and updates and pictures and things to read on if you want to get more information on Scala. So wow, really, really cool. And you have a button here that just makes you go back to the main site, just like that. Really easy, really simple. Love it. Really seriously do. And yeah, that's about the end of the website here as well. But the about page services, we already went over that. We can quickly move over to the blog. Yeah, so here you have the blog. They do they post actively? Let's see. May 24th, June 3rd, June 10th, June the 11th. Well, I wouldn't call it active, but they do post at least once or twice a month. So that is good to see. And the design, again, looks really, really nice and professional. And the site as well looks good. Apart from the couple bugs that I found at the beginning, I haven't really seen any other bad things, really. Okay, looking at their finished pools. Now, these are some of the IDOs that they've already done. Very, very good amounts here. We're seeing 2.5 million raised here. I want to see what coins this actually is in. Because they're just saying raised, I think Polygon. So, might have been the Polygon token. Wow, we're seeing here 50 million annum. 2.5 million or so. Yeah, some big ones. Oh, look at this Scaleswap IDO. This is their own IDO and they have raised 500,000 Scala. Cool. For your information, how much is 500,000 Scala? 1,000. Oh, but it wasn't 5,000 though. It was 500,000. Oh, so I did way too little zeros as well. And then it was 6 cents. Yeah. So they raised 30K. So that is a good raised amount for their own IDO. Sorry, I'm just an idiot. You can smash the dislike button. Okay, so that is the coin as well. So with that being said, let's quickly move over to their tiers. We see here, it took some digging. It was on their Medium, not on their website. So, but here is their tier system. And we are seeing the meta run. This is just for the meta run. So that is for... let's see if I can find it again. Meta run, there you go. So this was the tier system for the meta run. I couldn't find like their main tier system. I don't think they have one, but this one was for the meta run. And to give you guys a bit of an indication, tier 1 was 30,000. So that would be, again, 30,000, and that would be times 0.17. So that would have been $510 for the first tier. So a bit vague. Didn't managed to get up a lot of information about the tiers. It was quite mysterious, but yeah, this is the one for meta run. Over here, also the tokenomics were hard to find. I couldn't find a white paper, which is unfortunate. I couldn't find the tokenomics or the white paper on the website. So unfortunately, we're going to have to look at it through Cryptorank. So we're seeing here, let's see, private sale 36%, which is really high. I don't think I've seen it often, 36% purely for the private sale. We're seeing a seed round at only 5.7%, angel state at 2.6%, early contributors are at 1.5%. Interesting. Public sale at only 2%, DEX liquidity at 3.5%, core team and development 17.5%, maybe. Nah, it's not high actually. This is for both the core team and the developer team, 17.5% is fine. Advisory 5%, that's big, but on the other hand, as we saw, it was a very large advisor team, so it's understandable that they don't have a 2% but a 5% in this case. Let's see, then for the partner and ecosystem, they will go with 8%. Incentives and community will also be 8%, and the ecosystem reserve will be 2.15. It's very interesting how the ecosystem only gets 8 and the reserves get 10.15. Also not entirely common. I've not seen that too often, but interesting. It looks fine in my opinion. The total supply is 24 million, which is not a lot actually. It's quite little in my opinion. And yeah, that's about all for the tokenomics really. Over here on their Telegram, this is their announcement channel. They have over 17,000 subscribers, but they don't seem to have a lot of interaction. About 5 emojis per comment, 9 over here. So really not that much. So yeah, but at least they post actively and at least as something. Let's see if over at their Twitter, they may have a little bit more interaction with their community. Over on Twitter, we can see the big Ukrainian flag. Interesting decision to make a political statement as a crypto launchpad. Obviously, this will spark some controversy. We know that is just, it's always going to happen, right? I mean, if you put an LGBTQ flag in your profile picture, you're also going to spark conversations. It's just because it's politics, and in crypto and politics, usually it's not really a good match often. So if I had to give some actual real advice, it would just be stay out of it. But anyways, they're standing with Ukraine. I don't know, man. I respect that. I respect that a lot, but yeah, maybe not the wisest idea. I've already seen some controversy in their Twitter. That's why I bring it up. I already did my research before this video. I've seen discussions, so that's why I brought it up. Anyways, this was February the 24th when it all went down. So they were there quick. Anyways, right now they are posting regularly. They had a retweet at the 7th of July and an actual tweet at the 8th of July with some pretty cool design. They're announcing, or Scaleswap is thrilled to announce a new partnership with Blockchain Futurist Conference, Canada's largest blockchain and cryptocurrency event. So that is big news for Scaleswap. Unfortunately, though, they don't seem to have a lot of interaction. Over here, this tweet gaining no comments and only 3 likes. Here, they're only getting 24 votes from the community. That combined with seeing their Telegram quite not active as well, shows me that the community interaction on the Scaleswap platform is very low, which is unfortunate. The raise amounts were good, but they were not out of the roof high. So you can definitely see that Scaleswap doesn't have a massive community, but they have a community big enough to really do big things. And because they're very new, I can assume that they're still growing as well. And here in the bear market, of course, they can be forgiven for having a little bit of a slow community at the time, but it is still worth mentioning. Before we end the video, they do also have a Medium. You can go check it out if you want. They're not active at all. Their last posts were in May, but they have posted a lot in total, so there is lots to read if you want to really dig into Scaleswap and find out for yourself. If you like it, then you can, but also here they're not really active. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, we did not have a white paper to talk about. They also didn't have a roadmap, and they had a couple of flaws in their website, and their community isn't very active. Those were my only negatives in this review. For the rest, we are seeing a very big and elaborate site. We're seeing a docs team with lots and lots and lots of experience. We're seeing some good raises in the previous projects. We're seeing some cool projects coming up. And for the rest, it gave me an overall pretty good vibe. I loved the designs, and their wrapped NFT initiative It's just really cool. So overall, I don't really have a very strong opinion in either way. They have positives, they have negatives. I'm not going to make a judgment personally. I think that is up to you to do. But now at least you have all of the tools and information to make your informed decision. So what Scaleswap will do next, we're going to find out. If they do anything crazy, I'll get back to you guys. But for now, this is it. And stay tuned for the next video and make sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.